I learned the words that I never thought I would hear: your child has cancer. It put her in the worst prognostic setting possible. It was never believed that she would walk again, and she had perhaps a few weeks to a few months to live. Now I can assure you that as a parent, there is nothing that can prepare you for words such as those. But perhaps an even more difficult and darker lesson was that we found out and learned at that moment how grim the situation was in terms of advances for innovation in the treatment of children with a diagnosis as what Bella presented with. Indeed, a very dark moment. We learned at that moment the great frustration that many clinicians and many of you that are in research learned, that you are about to enter a battle where you know at the outset you do not have the armamentarium to win. And in the balance, a very precious young life. But that was not the worst part. The worst part is that after doing all that could be done clinically, another meeting has to happen, where that same oncologist, with as much compassion as they can find within their profession and in their personal heart, sits before a family and tells them, we have exhausted all the efforts that we can. Please take your child home. There is nothing more that we can do. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the darkest moment.
The Live Like Bella initiative is so important because it's a model. It's a model of what we can do when we invest in children, in science that's developed for children with like-minded people that are connected throughout the state of Florida and connected nationally. This model allows us to believe that no longer do children have to wait from something that trickles down from adults into clinical trials for children. This allows us to believe we can develop something that was discovered for children, developed for children, and run in definitive clinical trials for children. This is a model for how we need to approach childhood cancer research. And if there are more states, more initiatives like this, I believe we can do it.
The Live Like Bella initiative is so important because funding for pediatric cancers is limited. In the past 2 decades, only a few drugs have been approved by the FDA. And so there's very limited funding for pediatric cancers. And this is why researchers devote most of their time on studying other types of cancers. So Live Like Bella, the initiative is so important because it provided funds for investigators like myself to really focus their efforts on understanding the disease and trying to identify novel options for children.
The Live Like Bella research initiative is critical not only to researchers and people who read the research, but it's critical to families. It gives hope. It helps not only in research of drugs and treatments, but in support of the families. Hope is something you can't buy. Hope is something that you believe, and we believe with the Live Like Bella Foundation. I think it's amazing that we are here together as researchers and supporters of the Live Like Bella Foundation Research Initiative. And that's what this symposium has done. It's brought us together to bring our different ideas to a common focus of ending pediatric cancer.
Because it has been my goal from the standpoint of research that we offer those families at least one moment. Not years from now, not months from now, not lifetimes from now, but today. Because it is precisely at that particular moment that we can bring light into that incredibly dark moment. It's just for those reasons that I stand today with a heart full of gratitude. I stand today knowing that today is the day that Bella smiles from heaven. And I know that the next time I see that smile, she will be well pleased with what all of us were able to do to help her other friends who are the children battling cancer.